Hello everyone, welcome to Education Lecture. In this video, I'll be teaching you the 7th chapter, that is directing. So if you're new to my channel, then subscribe my channel to get further new updates. So as I told in my previous video, I'll be teaching you and telling you all the important concepts and the corresponding marks of each concept. And I'll be telling you the meaning of the unknown words also. So let's get started. So before getting started, I would like to say from this chapter, that is from the directing chapter, you will be getting totally 11 marks according to your blueprint. So you may be getting an 8 marker, 4 marker, 2 marker or 1 marker, even a practical oriented question. So they may ask you anyhow, but totally from this chapter you will be getting 11 marks. So the first concept is directing. They have given both definition and meaning. So as I told, those who feel that you can thorough with both definition and meaning, then you can do. It's up to you. Those who feel that I will get confused because every chapter is having both definition and meaning, then you can read only definition because there you can get thorough with it and you can use it everywhere because a definition, if they ask for 1 marker also you can write, if they ask for 2 marker also you can write, if they ask what is the meaning of directing also you can write the definition, they will give you marks. And as I told, for an 8 marker you have to write the introduction part, so you have to write that definition only. So those who feel that you can thorough, you can just thorough with both. Those who feel that no, I can't, I can thorough with definition, you can go to that also. It's up to you. So the definition is, according to Dale, direction is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. It includes making assignments, explaining procedures, seeing that mistakes are corrected, providing on-the-job instruction, and of course issuing orders. So the meaning they are saying is for example, you are the superior for me and I am an employee, so you are directing me, giving me orders that what I have to do, what job I have to do, and you will see that whether I am capable of completing the job, and you will give me all types of tasks so that I am able to do that or not. So I will give a short recap that according to functions of management, in the planning. So first, when you want to start an organization, when you have an idea of starting an organization, you will make a plan. So after making all plans, what you have to do, what things you need for an organization to do, which kind of organization should I start, so those are all planning. Next is organizing. So organizing what you do, whatever you have planned, that you will put into use. That is what you have planned to buy machineries, what kind of structure should be there, that and all you organize, you put into use. Next is staffing. Staffing is we have put all the machinery, tools, everything, right? For working, we need employees. So to work with those machineries, everything, we need employees. So we are employing the workers to our organization. Next, after employing the workers, we are directing them. That is, we are saying that employees, you have to do so and so. So that is directing. So this was a small recap which is linked with everything. So that I am making it, just simplifying it. Next is the meaning. Same only. Direction is a continuous process through which the managers interact with the employees of the enterprise and provide necessary instructions, guide them in the process of achieving organizational objectives. Okay, so here, as I told, that there are both elements of direction and elements of delegation. So the elements of direction is leadership, supervision, motivation, communication, and elements of delegation is authority, responsibility, accountability. So don't get confused. Okay, read the question properly. Next we have the 1 mark question answers. So state any one elements of directing. So directing, they have asked leadership, supervision. You can write motivation and communication also. So if they ask the same question for a 2 marker, write all the elements and write the meaning of any 2 of the elements. Next is, which one of the following is not an element of direction? So which is not an element? Motivation, communication, delegation, supervision. So delegation is not an element of direction. So while in an exam, you have to write the option number also. So C. You have to write the alphabet, or if they have given the number, you should write the corresponding answers, alphabet or number, and underline, highlight it. Next is the software company promoted by Narayan Murthy is Wipro, Infosys, HCL, none of the above. So Narayan Murthy's software company is Infosys. Next is, what do you understand by supervision? So what is the meaning of supervision, they are asking. So supervision refers to the direct and immediate guidance and control of subordinates in performance of their task. So here what is the meaning is, as I told, you are my superior and I am your employee. So you will be seeing that you will be coming at rounds, means you will be coming for like what to say, like supervisors. You will be coming and checking that whether your employees are doing the task correctly or not. So if we are doing any anything wrong in our work background, that time you will come and you as a superior, you will come and say that no, you should not do like that. So you will give us immediate and direct guidance. Then and there only, if you are doing some mistake, you will say there only. So which helps in control of subordinates, so which will help the control of subordinates and in their performance. So when you restrict us that we have to not do such a task, that time we have to not do this task. Okay, so our performance level also will increase when such things are done to us. That is restricting us from doing the unnecessary jobs. Next is, what is motive? So please don't get confused, what is motivation and what is motive. So what is motive? They ask, a motive is an inner state that activates or moves and directs behavior towards goals. Motives arise out of needs of individuals. So as an example, I would like to say that everyone will have a dream, right? They will also have some goals that they have to study so and so, they have to become a master in this courses, they want to join in so and so company, they want to become an employee. So many goals will have. So everyone will have many goals. So to achieve those goals, they should motivate themselves. That is, they should make themselves a positive spirit. Now you're in your second PUC. Now for your final exam, you will have lot of goals that I have to get so and so percentage. So that time what you have to do, you have to motivate yourself that yes, if I study this and this way, if I put a timetable like this, I am sure I will be getting the marks which I wanted to achieve. So those and all like motivate you. You should have your own spirit, positive spirit. Yes, I can do. The others are doing this, why can't I do? So many of them will feel, others say they are so intelligent, I can't do it. Nothing like that. Everyone has the same intelligence only. The only thing is that we have to put that into a correct use. So like that only the goals of the organization also are. So when they motivate the employees performance only, their increase in performance only will help us, the organization, to achieve their goals. So next is define motivation. So I have written in pencil, I am sorry, there was no place, solely I have written like. So here the definition of motivation is, according to William G. Scout, 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 motivation means a process of stimulating people to action to accomplish desired goals. So here you as a superior, you will motivate us. We employees will motivate. Yes, you can do it. You can do this job. This will only help you in your increase in your performance. This only can help you in the achievement of your goals. So that is, you are motivating us so that we will increase our performance. With the help of our performance, the organization goals can be achieved. And you may be getting a question here that just now I had told in the starting of the chapter, that is you can read only definition or meaning. So here you may be thinking, okay, if you read only definition is more than enough, we can write the question. That is, we can attend the question, what is a motive? Please read the question properly. They have not given what is motivation. If they have given motivation, then of course you can write the definition of it. But here they have given motive. Only motive. Okay. So you have to write this only. There is no chance over here. So next is definition. Define leadership. According to Coons and O'Donnell, leadership is the ability of the manager to induce, that is encourage subordinates to work with confidence and goals. That is, goals means objectives of the organization. So everything, that leadership, supervision, motivation, communication, so all of these in common, I have to say, means they will help in the performance of the employees, that is subordinates, that will encourage them. So here what they are saying is leadership, the manager, that is the superior for an employee, that is we subordinates. You as a manager, as I told, you are a superior, I am an employee, so you will just encourage me so that I will get a confidence in myself. Yes, I can achieve these goals. So that is, you are showing your leadership quality. As a good leader, you are giving us confidence so that we will increase our confidence and our performance. So that is the meaning of the leadership. And I know, definition. I know that many will be getting confusion that define motivation, define planning, define organization, define staffing, directing, leadership. What is this communication? Everything. So many definitions are there and many names are there, especially. Don't worry. This Coons and O'Donnell also has come in the starting chapter under planning, I think. Okay, planning. Planning definition is written by Coons and O'Donnell. So when I would like to say, do not get tensed and get confused. Once you get to understand every concept, you can easily remember everything. Okay, so state into features of motivation. So features of motivation or characteristics, okay, or nature, all are same. Please don't get confused. So any two you can write, they will ask for 2 marks. So motivation is an internal feeling. Example, desires, needs of human being. So motivation is our internal feeling, like we will have a goal to achieve. So we need motivation. So motivation produces goal-directed behavior. So as I told, to achieve our goals, we need motivation. Motivation can be either positive or negative. So it may be positive or negative. For example, now you have a goal to get well marks in your final exam, that is your board exam. So you will have a positive. Of course, your parents will definitely support you and give you a positive motivation that you will score according to your performance. That is, if you are having a good performance and you are putting your lot of effort to get your achieve your goals, then of course your parents will give you positive positive motivation. Sometimes some of the anyone, it may be your classmate or friends, sometimes, right, they will also be in a same level, that is same performance you both will be having. So that time what you will be thinking about the other person, that he should not get. Some will be thinking like that, some will think that we have to study for ourselves, but others may think that she should not get. They will give you negative motivation. Hey, you can't read that, you can't read this, it is very huge row, right? So they will give us a negative confidence on ourselves. So that and all, don't believe in yourself and get motivation. If someone I have hurted by this example, I am very sorry. Just an example I have told to make you understand related to your studies. So same way they will use in the business organization also. Next is write into features of leadership. Leadership is a continuous process. Leadership indicates ability of an individual to influence others. Leadership tries to bring change in the behavior of others. So here, as a leader, as I told, you are my superior and I am an employee. You will be the leader. Okay. So you will be a leader, you will do all the leadership qualities whichever is needed, and your leadership will continue till when you are getting retired or any other is getting the same post of yours. So until then it will be continuing. So it is a leadership is a continuous, and it indicates the ability of the individual to influence others. So you as a leader, you will influence, that is encourage us, you will give us confidence. So you will give us confidence to the other individuals so that we will get a motivation. Next is leadership tries to bring change in their behavior. So when a person is going in a wrong way, you will, as a leader, you will give us a motivation so that we do the task correctly and our behavior also gets good. So next is define communication. According to George Terry, not Jerry, it is Terry. So Communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions by two or more persons. So as you know, communication, when we are communicating with others, the facts, that is the unknown facts which we may not be knowing, they may share, or their ideas, what idea they have for the exams. So like that, some kind of ideas or opinions that you have to prefer that book, this book, you have to read this concept, that concept, their opinions, that this is you'll be scoring this much in this concept, and then emotions, their personal touch, that is any emotional things. So like that is called communication. Next is what is communication? So what is communication, they asked. So same lines come, see. Communication is the process of exchange of ideas, facts, views and feelings, etc. So it is like exchanging of ideas, facts, views and our feelings to other persons. So communication is the process of meaningful interaction among human beings. So while communicating, we don't communicate unnecessary things which are very useful for us only, we communicate. So related to your studies, we communicate only related to our studies only, okay, with our classmates or your friends who are at your age, okay. Next is state any two elements of communication process. So there are 8 elements, any 2 you can write if they ask for 1 mark. Sender, receiver, message, media. State any one leadership style: autocratic leadership, democratic leadership. Next is the process of converting the message into communication symbols is known as media, encoding, decoding, feedback. So the answer is encoding. So in the further, while I am explaining the concepts, I will sure explain this concepts also. Just now for 1 marker, how it will come, I am just showing you. So this grapevine is very important. Every time it is asked, so 1 mark it will come, that is MCQs or fill-ups, any of them ask. Grapevine is formal communication, barriers to communication, lateral communication, informal communication. So the answer is informal communication. Please don't get confused. Grapevine is an informal communication. Next is name any one type of grapevine network. Grapevine network, okay. So gossip network, cluster network, probability network. Next is explain the characteristics, or they may ask you features or nature, all mean the same, of directing as a managerial process. So the characteristics of directing, okay, they have asked as a managerial process. So this lesson, I would like to say this lesson I will be making 2 parts because little it is huge. Okay, so I will start with the concept, that is directing initiates action. So the point is, as I told, if you want to remember the points, make a note separately somewhere in your notebooks or anywhere where you can make a note of just points, and when you understand the concept of each point, it is more than enough. You write only the points, and while you are going to your exam hall, just glance at it, you will just remember all the points. So directing initiates action. A manager has to perform directing function along with planning, organizing, staffing and controlling. The other functions prepare a setting for action. Directing initiates action in the organization. So same under functions of management only, directing also is coming. So it is a part of functions of management. And like other functions prepare like set action, that is they will say that we have to do so and so to employees, everything. But in directing, whatever they have planned, they will do directly to the employees, that is to the organization, that is initiates action in the organization. Next is direction is a continuous process. It takes place throughout the life of the organization, irrespective of people occupying managerial position. However, people may occupy, many different people may be coming and going in an organization. They may get transfer, promotion, everything. Many of the managerial positions will be changed. But still, this directing is a continuous process. For 2 things, one is directing from functions of management, it will just continue till controlling, it will be continuing. And another thing is, in an organization, directing is a post where it will be continued by the respective person. Whether they get transferred or not, whoever person is getting occupied, it will be just continuing with him. Next is directing takes place at every level of management. So every manager from top executive to the supervisor performs the functions of directing. So from the top level, that may be your owners, till the managers, that is your middle level, everyone have the right to do directing, that is to give orders to the other lower level employees. Next is directing flows from top to bottom. It means that every manager can direct his immediate subordinate and take instruction from his immediate boss. So here, what is it? A employee has he has a freedom of taking the directions, that is the orders from the superior. Okay, now see, it means that every manager, so as a manager, he can go and direct his immediate subordinate, that is this lower level employee, or he may go and instruct, that is give the performance task results to the boss, that is the immediate boss, that is his superior, manager superior. So he can go directly and meet with him. So there are no restrictions between them. So next is explain any 4 points which emphasize the importance of directing. So importance, benefits both mean the same of directing, they have asked. So there are 7 points. You can write any 4, and this may be asked for as a 4 marker or 2 marker, anyhow they may ask you. So the points are directing ensures that the individuals work for the organizational goals. So directing is a process. See, as a superior, you will just direct me, give motivation, everything, so that we individuals work for the organizational goals, because our performance, our increase in performance only will help the organizational goals also to get achieved. Okay, next is directing helps to maintain discipline in the organization. Because of our superiors directing us, we will get some discipline, responsibilities. So there will be discipline, no fight among the employees among themselves. Next is directing is an essential for effective supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. So directing, so elements of direction, what are those? Supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. So these are the essential, the main things which are the effective ones which help the organization goals to get achieved. Next is directing facilitates introduction of needed changes in the organization. So if there is a sudden change in the environment or political changes, so suddenly the superior can come and direct us that no, like this, a job is not done. Now from this day and another thing you have to do in another way. So this new program has come, you have to do like this. So we can change. If anything is needed very urgently, we have to introduce the new thing that time. Next is it guides the employees by motivating and providing effective leadership. So as a superior, you will guide us. As a leader, you will guide us and give us motivation, so that it gives you the effective leadership, that you are a good leader, because we are getting motivation and we are getting good guidelines from you as a good leader. Next is direction is an action oriented. It involves delegation of authority and assigning of responsibility. So it is an action, because whatever we have planned so far, we are putting into action, we are putting into use to directly to the employees. So it has the authority also as responsibility also it has. So it coordinates different activities of the management. It gives clarity in authority and responsibility. This helps to minimize the confusion in the work. I hope you can see. Minimize the confusion in the work. So here they are saying because of directing, there will be only one leader, right? So he will be directing every person's. So there is no confusion in the authority and responsibility also. So there won't be any problem. Next is Maslow's need hierarchy. I hope you can see. Maslow's need hierarchy. Yes, this is a practical oriented question and they may ask you for 5 marks. So here they are given is Maslow's need hierarchy. Individual example, organizational example, individual example, self-fulfillment. That is a person what he needs. So self-fulfillment. For an individual, we need self-fulfillment. For an So that is self-actualization needs. And I would like to say that is which is the highest level need of hierarchy. If they ask as an MCQ, you have to write this. So this is in the top right. So this is the highest level need of hierarchy, that is self-actualization need. And the lowest level need of hierarchy is basic physiological needs. So self-actualization needs, that is achievement of goals. So for an individual, that is to fulfill his own needs. For an organization is to achieve his goals. Next is status for an individual. Status, that is esteem needs. For organization, for according to the organization example, that is job title. So for an individual, when he is an employee in an organization, he would like to have a good status. That is a good job title. To hear it should be good, right? Director in this company, a superintendent in this company, and HR in this company. So it is good, like, so every individual would like to be in a good status in an organization. Next is friendship, affiliation or belongingness needs, that is cardinal relation with colleagues. So in an organization, every individual should be in a good relation, that is like a friendly kind. They should not have a harsh behavior or any war or any fight between them. There should be a good relation between them. Okay, next is stability of income, safety or security needs, pension plan. So every individual, every employee would think that his income should be stable and it should be secure. That is your banks many may be putting, that is your LIC policy, healthcare, anything, any policies you may be putting, so that you are secured. So security also is given, and you deposit your money in your banks also security. And after you get a retirement age, that time what you will think, you should get a pension. Okay, like that you may. Next is hunger, basic physiological needs. Okay, that is primary needs, that is basic salary. So for living we need food, shelter, everything, right? So for that we need basic salary at least. So those are basic physiological needs. So the meaning of all these points are given below. So the basic physiological needs, so it is coming from the lower to the higher one. So the last point from there it is coming. So basic physiological needs, these needs are primary needs. So primarily, basically we need these needs, most important basic needs. So as I told, for example, it is hunger, sleep, shelter. So basically what we need, food and good house and good shelter, everything we need, right? So hunger, sleep and shelter. So these may be asked for 1 mark or 2 mark also sometimes. If they ask for 1 mark, you can write this. If you feel like writing an example, you can write. If they ask for 2 marks, you have to of course write an example if the answer is too short to see. Next is safety or security needs. That is, these needs provide security and protection from physical and emotional harm. Example, job security, stability of income, pension plan. So as I told, every individual, every employee may think that he should be protected. That may be his physical or emotional needs. That is, suddenly his job may be gone. So what they will do, they need some money to live, right? So in bank he might have deposited, so that money he may think, and he may think that there should be a stability of income, that is the same amount of income should be there should not be decrease in the income. Any employee won't think that if he is getting for example 20,000, he won't think that I should get 10,000 salary. Any employee won't think like that only. He will just think that there should be an increase in income. So next is pension plan. As I told, when they get retired or suddenly the job is gone, or pension plan, some of the companies are offering pension plan nowadays, some are not offering. So some may have deposited in the bank, so that when they get a retirement age from the bank, they will be getting few money. Next is affiliation or belongingness needs. So the meaning of this is these needs refer to affection, sense of belongingness, acceptance and friendship. So as I told, any employee won't think that there should be a war between them. They will think that there should be a friendliness among the employees, belongingness and accepting whatever the mistakes have done. Okay, next is esteem needs. These include factors such as self-respect, status, recognition and attention. So every employee in an organization, he will think that he should have a respect and he should have a good status, and everyone should recognize him, that everyone from outsider should think, oh, he's an HR over here, wow, so nice, great, right? So you should get, and everyone should get attention. So if you are an HR manager, you'll think that, oh, other people are, see how they are recognizing me. So that is a self-attention you are getting. Next is self-actualization need. So MCQs, they may ask you, this is the highest level of need in the hierarchy. So it is the highest level need, that is example, growth, self-fulfillment, achievement of goals. So we will think that there should be growth in the organization and our self-fulfillment, that is we will have lot of dreams that when we go to an employer, as a employee in our organization, we will think that we should have our own house, car, everything. So those are self-fulfillment and achievement of goals. We will have a certain goals to achieve in the organization, that we have to get a promotion, like that. Next is assumptions of Maslow's theory. Maslow's need hierarchy. People's behavior is based on their needs. So when you think that you want to be a good person and have a good you have a good house, good family, good a nice car, so according to that only your behavior also will be, according to that your behavior will be good, pleasant, everything. If you have a harsh minded, in future I have to become a criminal, a don, that, this, we have, your behavior will be totally different from the others who are thinking of good ones. So for example only I have told, so like that, according to our needs only our behavior will be changing. Next is satisfaction of needs influence their behavior. So according to our satisfaction, that is our wants are unlimited, but still when we are satisfied, now after, if you think you have built a own house, you will be satisfied. Abba, I am satisfied, now we have our own house, need not go and search for a rental houses. So you will get a you will be happy with that. Next is people needs are in a hierarchical order, starting from basic needs to the other higher level needs. So basic needs, from the lower level only, next it will go to little higher level. So basic needs, what you will be thinking, now your parents will be thinking, basically what you are, now as a children, what you need. You need studies, good studies, well education. Next, after you go to college, a good university, a good school, everything they'll see. Then after you go to job, a good company, good salary. Next you get married. Next they will think a good house, good family, good car. So from the lower, see from where, a lower level, minimum of education, from there to the maximum of own house it went. So that was an example just I told. Next is the person moves to the next higher level of the hierarchy only when the lower needs are satisfied. So now if you have built the own house, your satisfaction is not yet completed, because after building an own house, you are satisfied. Okay, I am satisfied with owner, but let us plan to have our own car. So the next dream is coming up. Next to satisfy yourself, your next higher level dream is coming. So like that. So that should be getting satisfied. Okay, next is the highest level need in the lower level are satisfied, I would like to say. So now after your parents think that my son or daughter has finished their education good and well settled in the job also, now they have to only settle in the own house, like that. So lower level needs are satisfied, your education, your job. Next is higher level is your own house and good family. Next, the 1 mark MCQs, that is the highest level need in the need of hierarchy of Abraham. So the need of hierarchy is written by Abraham, that is Abraham Maslow. Please don't get confused. I read only Maslow, right? No. Abraham Maslow is safety need, prestige need, belongingness need, self-actualization need. So answer is self-actualization need. Next is the motivation theory, which classifies need in hierarchical order, is developed by. So hierarchical, motivation theory. So Fred Luthans, Scott, Peter F. Drucker, Abraham Maslow. So answer is Abraham Maslow. Next is types of leadership or styles of leadership. So there are 3 types of leadership or style also they may ask you. So autocratic leadership or authoritarian leadership. So under that, in this leadership style, there is one-way communication. So there is only one-way communication, no freedom to subordinates. So the employees of the organization have no freedom to communicate with. So yeah, 1 minute. I would like to say what is the meaning of assumption. You may be thinking what is a. So assumption is assuming ourselves. That is, we are thinking of something that will happen, but we don't have proof. That is, you may be thinking in future to build an own house, but you don't have proof that really you're going to build or not. Just you're imagining, assuming yourself. Okay. So yeah, I will say here. So this is a one-way communication, and there is no freedom to subordinates, that is employees. An autocratic leader gives order and accepts his subordinates to obey those orders. So autocratic leader, what that person is, now you are my superior and you are the leader, I am a subordinate, you will give, only you will communicate, I am not allowed, I don't have freedom to communicate with you because you are my superior and I can't communicate according to the autocratic leadership. Okay, and what you do, you as a superior and as a leader, you will give only the orders and I have to obey those orders. So subordinates are acting according to the instructions given by the leader. So according to your instruction, that is according to the leader only, we subordinates have to do the things. Okay, next is democratic leadership or participative leadership. So in this method, leader will encourage the subordinate to participate in discussion making process. So here he will give orders. Okay, he will give orders and subordinates don't have freedom. Here the leader he will encourage his subordinate to participate in decision making. That is, the subordinate decision also will be taken into account, like that. So they also respect the other's opinion and support the subordinates to perform their duties. So here these subordinates are given little like freedom. That is, the subordinates are also given little respect, and subordinates' opinions, that is, their ideas also are taken by the leader. So little good communication is there between the superior and the subordinate in this democratic leadership. Next is laissez-faire leadership or free rein. The subordinates are given a high degree of independence to formulate their own objectives and ways to achieve them. The group members work on their own tasks, resolving issues themselves. So here in free rein, they have given totally freedom. The subordinates are totally given freedom. They have a high degree of independence, that is full freedom they have, and they can have their own objectives. That is, they can think of themselves that what job I have to do. That is, what job is given, like that means what idea. How can I do this job? How can I perform this job? Like this, on their own they can imagine and do. Then how to achieve their goals, that and all they can do on themselves. And here they work as a group and on their own task. That is the job which is related to them. According to that they work, and whatever problems come, they only solve it. Okay, so next is explaining the qualities of a good leader. So the qualities of good leader, this is little quite easy answer, and it is very important answer also. It may be asked for 8 marks, and as I told, for an 8 marker you have to write an introduction and conclusion. For introduction you have to write the definition of leadership over here, because they have asked the qualities of good leader. So physical features like height, health, appearance determine the physical personality of an individual. Health helps a leader to work hard and inspires others to work. So you are my leader. Now, no, I will say that, don't feel bad. I will say a leader, when I'm including you also. I and you are an employee, and how we would expect as a leader should be good height, healthy, and he should be good in appearance. He should not be like a very dull in appearance, very sad, very crying face, like don't have a motivation, positive spirit at all. Then he's like old, walking like a sloth. Not like that. He should be like a little brisk and very active. Like that he should be, right? Then only we can say he's a good leader. When he is very like a sloth kind walking and he's very dull in appearance, what they will think, our leader, he is like somewhat, he doesn't work properly only, So that mind will come. So when we see a good leader, from a good leader only we will also get to know. See, from your parents, from them only you learn all your good things, right? Like that only, from a good leader you will learn all the things from them only. When he is working hard, it will inspire others to work also. Okay, next is knowledge. So knowledge, the leader should have required knowledge to instruct subordinates correctly and influence them. So a leader, right, he should give correctly the instruction, what he have to say correctly. You have to come to that point and instruct properly. You should explain it properly. Okay, this you have to do like this, like that. You can't go random say do this job. That's it. You can't say that, because when you're working, any new concept comes or any new employee you are, suddenly if he says do this job, we won't get to know, right? You have to explain correctly and instruct us. Then only we will also feel satisfied. Okay, we will also get to know what is it. And he should have a good knowledge. Okay, or how much he is in a higher post means according to that post you should have a required knowledge. See, have a required knowledge. Next is communication skill. The leader should have the capacity to clearly explain his ideas and make the people to understand his ideas. So as I told, when he is explaining anything, any concept, he should just explain it properly, thoroughly, how the other person can understand. Like that you have to explain. You should not say randomly like this you have to, like that you have to do, or speaking in an unknown language, using very difficult words in front of the other employees who don't know that much of the language. Like that should not be. Clearly according to the people's knowledge you have to make them understand. Okay. Next is motivation skill. The leader should understand the needs of people and motivate them through satisfying their needs. So the leader should know what is your motive. Now a leader, you and I, you are an employee, even I am an employee, right? So we both will have a different motivation, different goals. So the leader should know what goal, what kind of goal I have and what kind of goal you have. So according to that he or she will motivate us. Next is self-confidence. A leader should have high level of self-confidence. He should not lose his confidence even in the most difficult times. So if suddenly our company is going under loss, or suddenly a destruction happens, something happens, there is a huge loss occurs, that time our leader should not lose his hopes. Okay, he can't say, Ayu, so much loss happened, what to do? He should not lose his confidence at all. A good leader, he should have said, okay, losses happen, so next what to do? What can we do so that our profit again it increases? So seeing his confidence only, we will also get confidence, right? So for example, if some bad thing happened in your house, that is some accident or someone something bad happened to your known person. So what your parents will do, they won't show their emotions. They will be in a confidence so that their children will also be in confidence and not lose hopes. If suddenly we get to know, right, we'll feel very sad, some will cry, emotional touch will be there with them. So we should be in confidence. So that was an example. I'm sorry if I am hurted you. If I am hurted you, that was an example. It is related to a business also. They should not lose their hopes there. Next is initiative. A leader should have courage and initiative. So he should have a good courage. He should have himself a courage that yes, I can do this job and I can order and give give orders to my subordinates and they will do that. He has that confidence, a positive spirit on himself. That is courage and initiative. Next is integrity. The leader should be a role model to others regarding the ethics and values. So a good leader, right, if he is obeying all the rules and orders of an organization, seeing that only the lower level employees who are working, they will also feel that leader is following away and is very good in my behavior. We should also follow like that only. So like that we will feel. Okay. Next is social skills. The leader should maintain friendly relationship with his subordinates. So a leader should be in friendly relation. That is, whatever subordinates is having any problem related to job, he should be able to solve it. He can't say, Your job, why I should come and interfere? No, I can't help. You should not be like that. You should come and solve the problem. Okay, you should be little friendly touch with subordinates. So, if you have understood or didn't understand anything, you have any problem with my teaching, you can just comment in the comment box, which will encourage me to do my further more videos. So, like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.